And good morning, Rino Soriano, the Conscious Health Alchemist here on day 9 on your 30-day holistic health challenge. Today I want to talk to you about what some would call emotional eating. Some might actually call it food addictions. They all have the same root, which is your brain, your being, some part of your being associating certain types of foods with comfort. And some of these foods are called comfort foods, and there's a reason why, is because you actually create a brain association with certain foods when you're either stressed out or from past traumatic events. So for example, a child, the way most children are, they get upset and mommy and daddy come over and try to console them and comfort them, and then sometimes what they do is they offer them goodies, ice cream and candy. Oh, are you okay, sweetie? Oh, let's go get you some ice cream. And so that association starts forming neural pathways when you're a little child, and that can get pretty deep. For some people, the addictions are mild, and for other people, very strong, depending upon the actual association that you created with your brain. So, so, for example, a lot of people, when they're stressed out, these addictions come up to the surface, and a lot of people are doing it unconsciously. And so, when they're stressed out, they go towards certain foods. Some people are addicted to sugar foods. Some other people are addicted to salty, crunchy foods, and other people are addicted to fried foods. But there's an association there, and it's usually unconscious. But your brain is actually producing, kind of like an association with, oh, I'm stressed out, so I got to go eat this food because it helps me to calm down and feel better. And so your brain and your being, and part of your being, is always seeking to make you feel better. It's good on one level, but on another, if it's unconscious, can actually cause a number of issues. And a lot of people, they're overweight, unhealthy, because they're not understanding that they're actually consuming food unconsciously, and they don't understand that there's associations and addictions connected to certain foods. So what can you do to begin disconnecting and severing these connections to foods, because that will impact your ability to be healthy and to actually go and serve. And so the first thing I do is become conscious. When you're feeling some of those addictions or cravings coming up, you need to pause and start questioning, oh, is this really my body saying it needs this, or is it one of my patterns or one of these subconscious associations with food? Am I stressed out right now? And so what I would say is, let's go to the root, and you need to find ways to kind of relax. So if you're finding yourself getting stressed out, what are processes that you can start doing to relax? And you'll see that if you can start doing that, most of these addictions and cravings will start going away. So my thing is, number one, become conscious. Oh, I'm feeling stressed out now, and oh, I'm craving ice cream. Oh, I'm craving potato chips. And you need to just sit with yourself. So number two, you start doing deep breathing. And so what I recommend is you do deep breathing. You bring in and you count in for a count of 3, and then you hold for a count of 3, and then you release for a count of 3, and then once again you hold for a count of 3. So you do this cycle, and you can do like 5 to 10 rounds of this, and you'll see that will help calm your physiology down, and it's going to make you feel a lot better. So the third thing you can do, and this is can be powerful for some people, and you can try it. It's just a tool that's called tapping. Some people call it EFT, and there are certain pressure points, meridians underneath your eye, on the side of your eye, above your lip, below your lip, and then on your collarbone. And you just start tapping these points. Okay, you just start tapping when you feel these cravings come up, and you start redirecting the neural pathways, because the neural pathways are firing and they want to be satisfied. Okay, so I even have some people tap on their spine, because everything runs through your brain up and down your nervous system. And so what I do is have people literally tap on their neck or on any vertebrae they can feel, and just tap and start trying to break those neural pathways from firing, trying to cause you to go eat some grunge food. Some people call them comfort foods, but usually they're not healthy. And so you got to start taking practices, and you got to start breaking the neural pathways. So another thing you can do is just put on music and start dancing. You got to move your body. You got to do something to change the energy. So if you want to change a pattern, you got to change the energy, because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to keep getting what you've been getting. So the deal is to break associations, to break neural pathways. You got to change the energy. So you do the tapping, you do the deep breathing, you do dancing. It can be just like jumping up and down, doing jumping jack, but you got to change the energy. You got to bring in new associations to your body. Okay, and then the last one I recommend is obviously have healthier choices on hand. And so if you do have a craving for sugar, go and do something that has natural sugars instead of the processed sugars. So same thing with crunchy and salty. I say try to find healthier choices. I can give you some recipes coming up in the future videos of some healthy snacks, some healthy treats that you can make for yourself. So if you do have those cravings come up, you go for the healthier choices. So these are some quick tips, quick practices that you can begin doing to changing the neural pathways, changing the energy so you have new results. I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I'm Rino Soriano. I'm the Conscious Health Alchemist. This is day 9 on your 30-day health challenge. Let's go, baby. You're doing good. I'm here to support you. And remember, healthy body, happy soul.